After last year's disastrous 4-12 season, the Texans went out to get a good amount of players that can make a significant impact on the team. Those players include Zach Fulton, Daniel Calameti, Tyrann Mathieu, Aaron Colvin, Justin Reed, Seantrell Henderson. Okay, maybe not Seantrell Henderson, but they added at least 5 players that can make a significant impact on the team. But now, which one of these guys will have the biggest impact? To me, it's quite simple. It's Tyrann Mathieu. The Texans have lacked a good safety for about 6 years. The last real good safety we had was Glover Quinn in 2012. And even then, you can argue that the Texans have never, ever had a safety as good as Tyrann Mathieu. Now, Tyrann Mathieu isn't just, a safety. Tyrann Mathieu can play pretty much anywhere. He can do whatever you need him to do. The guy is about as versatile as they come. Now, to me, it's not really the on-the-field play that's going to make the biggest impact when it comes to Tyrann Mathieu. I just think it's his mentality. Last season, if you guys remember, Corey Moore dropped an interception that would have beaten the Patriots. If Corey Moore gets that INT, the Texans beat the Patriots. Tyrann Mathieu doesn't drop that. Tyrann Mathieu would not drop that. Tyrann Mathieu would get that and probably return it all the way to the house. That's just the type of player Tyrann Mathieu is. Tyrann Mathieu is a guy that can close out games. So last year, you guys remember, of course, the Seattle game as well, where, again, the Texans choked away a win. Tyrann Mathieu ain't gonna let that fly. In that particular play where Jimmy Graham got the touchdown, players were out of position. Tyrann Mathieu would not be out of position. Tyrann Mathieu would line up his guys correctly, so no one would be out of position. Tyrann Mathieu is the leader. Tyrann Mathieu would be the leader of the secondary. We don't have a leader in the secondary. That's why the Texans' defense, its secondary, has usually been problematic. The Texans don't have that guy back there. The only time they did, it was A.J. Boye. And guess what? That year, our pass defense was actually good. But all the other years that we've had a top-ranked defense, our pass defense has been average to bad, except from 2011 when Jonathan Joseph was a youngin. Other than that, our pass defense has been kind of up and down. Tyrann Mathieu, how Wink and Honcho say it, he's a dog. This guy will get at your face. This guy will get his guys playing right. He is the leader of the secondary. Something old man Joseph can't do. I like Joseph. I like what he's done for the team, but he's past his prime, and I don't see Jonathan Joseph as a leader. Now, Tyrann Mathieu, I see him as a leader. He's vocal, he's loud, he's in your face, and I just think our secondary is going to be good next year because of Tyrann Mathieu. Not only that, you also have Aaron Colvin, who's also kind of a dog. And I have a feeling the Texans really had an idea of what they were doing when they brought in Aaron Colvin and Tyrann Mathieu. Because if you really look at our secondary last year, I mean, come on, like, our secondary players, we don't have a Sherman back there. We don't have, a Ramsey, a Boye, an Xavier Rhodes. We don't have that dog back there. So our secondary was pretty much little pushovers. Now you add in Tyrann Mathieu and Aaron Colvin, who have the same type of mentality. And then, next year, K-Jack is probably gone. Joseph probably retires. Then maybe some of that dog mentality can rub off on Kevin Johnson and the new players that we get next season to replace Kareem and Joseph. So I think the Texans knew what they were doing. They knew what they're getting. They know what they're getting. with Tyrann Mathieu. I think Tyrann Mathieu is easily the guy that will single-handedly have the biggest impact on the team. And I know a lot of people might be saying, well, what about our offensive line? Well, I like the additions of Senio Calameti and Zach Fulton. Calameti's an average to above average player. Zach Fulton is a good player. But individually, I don't think they'll have much of an impact. But as a unit, they'll definitely have a huge impact. And that's kind of how it is with the offensive line. You kind of can't really notice who's doing good if the whole offensive line is bad. So, for example, last season, Nick Martin was our only good offensive lineman, but go ask some Texans fans and they'll tell you that Nick Martin's also a bad offensive lineman, which isn't true. Nick Martin's actually pretty damn good. He just needs to stay healthy. So the offensive line is more of a unit type of thing. That's why I didn't say Zach Fulton or Senio Calameti, even though I do think both of them are huge upgrades over what we had there last year. I just think the mentality that Tyrann Mathieu will bring to the team, to the defense, is something that we've been lacking, and it's something well needed, especially after last year, especially now that we got Jacksonville over there thinking they're, the shit, I guess. And he'll really help us close out games. I just feel like Tyrann Mathieu is going to be the start or the turning point of the Texans culture. I think with the addition of Deshaun Watson, that kind of started turning things, but bringing in Tyrann Mathieu, I think it really shifts the culture. No longer that little pushover team that bends under pressure, that folds whenever the lights are on in prime time. I think with Deshaun Watson and then the addition of Tyrann Mathieu, the Texans culture is changing. Anyways, that's all I really have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.